Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Global Diamond Broker podcast. I'm your host, Judy Lee, and this is my co-host, Colin Ferguson.
I'm really the host, and by the way, when I look in the camera like that, it's because she's looking at me before we start going, okay, look in the camera. I don't know if you've heard recently the one where I was on, and apparently she didn't say action. If you follow
Actually, it was... I didn't say action.
No, it was, wait, I didn't say action.
Okay, yeah, that's more like it.
More what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
And I think to anybody objective observer out there. So I am bullied. I've said this before by her. Help. Someone help me.
He's in the Marriott Hotel.
Please send help.
So
Anyway.
we are on episode 30 now, and I'm so sorry if you missed last week's non-episode. I was not feeling well, but I'm feeling much better now.
When you say not well, are you talking physically, mentally, emotionally?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above.
Yeah,
But we're back and better than ever.
We missed an episode.
Yes.
After 20. You know what? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good, I think, that...
To have only missed one
We
episode?
can miss one episode.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be sick for 1 week a year.
I'm allowed to be sick.
So for next year, you guys, you're going to miss 1 week.
Well, thank you for allowing that.
I will always be here for you.
Thank you for allowing that.
Right, no matter what.
So nice.
So I'm excited to talk about what we're going to talk about this week. And
As am I.
you're going to see a tone that's a little different with the podcast this year, and that we're going to become a little more pointed and a little more aggressive in the way we view what's going on in the diamond industry. You know, when we started this, we called it Backstage in the Diamond Industry. And today we're going to talk about diamond wars, really. And there's a big war brewing in the diamond industry, the one between lab-grown and mine diamonds, which is quite a compelling story and becoming more compelling as the battle lines are drawn. And I think you'll be shocked at what's going on. We have an article we're going to attach this week when we do our email. And by the way, if you are listening to our podcast and you're not on our email, would you go to the Global Diamond Broker or reach out to us and get on our email? Because we put these articles there, and they're quite compelling to see what's really going on backstage in the diamond industry. And you know, the diamond industry is steeped in this history of, you know, it's like when we started this podcast, we called it the Diamond Chronicles.
True tales of trade, trust, and betrayal.
And there's a lot of
all of the above, really.
Yeah,
but
betrayal and there's literal wars, and we're going to talk about those today as a history. And you know, the war with blood diamonds and what happened then, and you know what's going on now as the mined side of the industry, the protectionist, self-serving, I would have to say,
I don't disagree.
misinforming in a lot of cases side of the industry is really becoming somewhat militant in their approach to preservation of their their status. And there's a lot of misinformation out there, and we're going to talk about that and a few other things today. So where do you want to start? What's the most interesting thing, Judy? You've been around here a long time now. What's the most interesting aspect, or is it blood diamonds? Is it, you know, there was the war between the two Goliaths, the Argyle Pink Diamond Mine, when De Beers was trying to take them over and Champagnes came along.
for me, I would say, the battle between mine diamonds and the lab-grown diamond industry has to be the most interesting for me. And I think why it's so taboo still is just kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Right. But it's not as taboo as, you know, Rappaport, for example, makes it seem, right? Because obviously lab-grown diamonds are here to stay, right? And just the negative connotation around lab-grown diamonds
Or
from the
one
mined
they're
diamond
trying
industry,
to
or the one they're trying to
create.
create.
Usually with misinformation. You know, we did a TikTok, which you weren't here for it, but it has... Why are you smiling?
Nothing.
Because you're 10,000 views, and without you, I had 25,000. Is that why you're smiling?
Sure.
You know, we did a TikTok. I don't know if you guys know, but I am TikTok famous.
I think they're well aware, and I think you make
It's
them
one
well
of my favorite
aware.
subjects. So if you're not on TikTok, look, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. I can tell you right now, it is the fastest growing platform. All the misinformation, you've heard about it. Business people are there. Good people are there globally. You know, we're now shipping all over the world from people we've met on TikTok who want the most beautiful diamonds in the world at the best prices. That's us. But you get on TikTok. It's surpassing Instagram. It's the future of social media, really.
It really is.
Yeah, it's amazing what's gone on there. Anyway, when you get on there, the Global Diamond Broker, I'm an influencer, and I'm did I mention TikTok famous?
Yeah, you did.
So why did I mention that? Oh, the 25,000 views that we popped up to just last week.
Without me.
Coincidentally. I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
But you know, it's about the fact that there was an article written, and we can attach this article too, from Martin Rappaport, who is really one of the most trusted leaders in the industry.
But the mine diamond industry.
In the mine diamond industry. And you know, it's interesting because they really didn't publish very many articles about lab-created diamonds until recently. But Martin's talking about the fact that what gives value to mine diamonds over lab-grown diamonds, and this kind of is a mystery to me, is the fact that in your family they have resale value. Well, no, they don't. Take your mine diamond and go try to sell it. Go try to get an investment, a financial return on it. If you do, would you please call me? Because this is my 41st year in the industry, and I've never seen it once. Right? You know, I've never seen it once. And so this kind of annoyed me. But it also, at the same time, I think it's showing the desperation that's setting in with the mine diamond side of the business. I mean, what are those numbers last week?
2 weeks ago.
The growth?
The growth of lab-created diamonds.
In 2022?
Was it 38% or something like that?
38% growth to...
It was $12 billion.
$12 billion in the U.S. alone. That's right. In the U.S. alone, $12 billion. Do you think the lab-created diamond industry is sort of poking? I guess poking the proverbial bear, because it seems like the bear is rolling over.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and sort of coming after it. But that's $12 billion. We're not talking million. We're not talking a little bit of money. It's
Billion.
12 bill in lab-grown diamonds. You know, I have inside sources with De Beers who, and for those of you who don't know who De Beers is, they're the company that started it all to a great degree. They still control the diamond industry and are the biggest miner of them in the world. Who incidentally are also opening a laboratory in
Portland, right?
Is it Portland? It's
Somewhere in Oregon, yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be that they're spending at least $80 million to produce American-made lab-grown diamonds. I think the writing's on the wall. And the inside sources tell me they expect very soon 8 out of 10 engagement rings are going to come out of a laboratory.
Yeah.
They're more ethically sourced. And I mean, you can look at this in the long history of the diamond industry. I mean, there's been movies about the lack of ethics around how the industry has managed and grown, and right from the days of Cecil Rhodes, where there's conspiracy theories where he murdered his partners and got rid of them, right through the entire history of it, up to when Champagne diamonds and the Argyle mine, which produced the majority of the world's, got into a battle with De Beers over who was going to own it and manage it. And yeah, there's a lot of really interesting apparent let's just say controversial stories that go along with the industry.
Yeah, the mine diamond industry is definitely feeling threatened, to say the least.
So much so that this article that came out that we're going to share with you, and again, if you're not on our email, please go to theglobaldiamondbroker.com, register. Our new site is coming very soon. You could win an Argyle pink diamond. I'm not going to do this. This is not our year to be doing that again. Okay. But you could win an Argyle pink diamond, and worth around $2,500 US right now, minimum. We like to stay conservative. I know they sell for $4,000.
Right, because the Argyle mine's closed.
Yeah,
so.
The mine's closed. It's gone. And this is one where you can actually go on to the
Argyle
website
site
and verify the diamond and verify the asset for yourself. Yeah, it's an appreciating asset, truly rare in an economy of rarity. So register so you can see these articles for yourself. And I read this article from Rappaport. And you guys, if you Google Rappaport, Martin Rappaport is a brilliant man, not to take anything from him. I'm sure today he has so much pressure from his industry on him, which he's gone through before to promote this product, but it's getting tough. And in the article it almost seems, and please read it for yourself, that the jewelers who are selling mined diamonds to the tune of $12 billion, when I read the article, and please be clear, we broker both. More than anything, we love the fact that people have a choice to choose between a mined diamond and a lab created diamond. That's our view. It's going to stay our view forever. You like that?
Yeah.
A diamond is for.
I know. Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
It's pretty good.
Like off the top of my head. Anyway, but it seems like the jewelers are starting to get threatened and told to directly and indirectly from this, really, I guess somewhat of a lobbyist now to keep their lab-grown diamond sales on the QT.
Exactly.
And then there's other things to support this as well. There was another article that came out where they don't say exactly that it's mined diamonds, but there was a softening of the industry. And what did it say this morning?
India's polished diamonds have decreased.
Has
dramatically
decreased.
decreased.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
Big numbers. I can assure you that's only mined diamonds, as the output for lab created diamonds is going through the roof. And so we're in a new world, and it's a different world, and you get a choice now, but it's hard for me to imagine the circumstances where the mined diamond industry isn't going to have to start to drop their prices. And I think that's what we're beginning to see now. Is they're going to have to find a way to compete. It's going to have to be on price. And the other thing I think about with this as well, Judy, is the fact that there's this movie.
Nothing lasts forever. It's a documentary.
Right? Where they talk about the fact that these things have been
funneling into the industry for decades.
Yeah.
And no one knew.
No one knew. No one could tell the difference. And there is no difference. And there is a difference. better quality diamonds if they're making them.
Right.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but by and large,
There's no ethical concerns.
The environmental concerns are significantly less.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard for me to make a case when I see our clients, and they do, and we certainly provide both sides, but there are people who believe and should believe that mined diamonds have a place and that place is the future. But anyway, to go full circle, this is not a financial investment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, no matter, this article, and we'll send the article along, it'll be there, tries to talk about the fact that, there's value in them. But there's not. And I read a quote this morning, not to interrupt you, but I read a quote this morning about the fact that they said, well, diamonds should be high value because it adds value to them as the ultimate. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Like, the only return on the diamond
is beauty.
And
it's an emotional investment. It's not a financial investment.
The diamond at the end of the day is an emotional investment, but we certainly don't encourage emotionally buying them. In fact, that's a big part of what we talk about is there's, you can look at these things, science. So what we broker is not just visually the most beautiful diamonds in the world.
But technically.
And you should understand how all that works now. Because, a problem the industry's having is the fact that as they battle to move forward, they've made, I believe, some mistakes. The 4 C's of diamonds that were developed in 1939, please, 1939, you walk into a retail jewelry store, it's all they talk about. It was developed for the diamond industry to sell shitty diamonds they couldn't sell other than to have some sort of scale where and today this myth perpetuates, and we're here to shatter that myth. We're here, as a, I hate to say it, but we're a disruptor. And not that we're trying to sway people one way or the other.
No, we're just trying to educate, I think, at the end of the day. Because, a lot of the industry that they're selling to is an ignorant, public.
That's
right?
exactly.
That just don't know.
That's getting sold to by an ignorant industry. Like, think of the retail jewelers that we've had come on to TikTok and try to make their case with me.
There's no case.
There's no, I'm the worst person in the world because I've operated at more levels in this industry, I can assure you, than anybody in the world. The retail industry, open stores, help, with
You've been through all sides of the industry.
The mine to the marketplace, we're now partners in a diamond manufacturing. And listen, not all diamonds are manufactured the same. Okay,
That's right.
Some aren't as good as others.
Right.
Ours are the best in the world. We can show you because it's a technical process. So these things are all going on right now, and it's a war, and I don't think it's a different war than what the war on blood diamonds was or anything else. I mean, but this is an industry, the mine diamond industry is fighting for its life.
Yeah.
Another article, I just got to talk about this, that I read when I got up this morning is there's a fellow in England who is figuring out, I don't think he's there totally yet, how to remove carbon from the air and make diamonds.
Interesting.
Isn't it interesting?
Right,
I mean,
because diamonds makeups are 99% carbon, 99.9% carbon.
I mean, they're carbon.
They're all carbon.
Right. So that's exactly.
I wonder how you would extract that. That's really interesting.
I'll show. Well, we'll add the article.
Colin's really a student of the business. He wakes up, reads the news.
Well, when you don't have a life,
yeah,
it's very. When you don't have a life, it's
you have a life.
easy.
It's just
I find
the diamond
a lot
life.
of time, and then it's the. Let's see what else. Yeah, no, I was going to talk about someone asking me what if I'm
On
doing TRT, and I didn't.
You're
know
like,
what it
huh?
was,
What's TRT?
right? Like
Clearly, he doesn't do it if he
like-
doesn't know what it is.
like it's testosterone therapy, and
Yeah.
and you know, it's interesting because I get questions. People always say, you know, how are you so fit and this sort of thing? Well, I go to the gym and I work out every single friggin' day. If you do it, you will be fit for
Right,
hours.
exactly. It's so
right?
funny when people ask that.
Again,
it's
if you
like,
have a life, you don't qualify for this sort of thing, but I don't happen to have one.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's an exciting time in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm becoming concerned
Mm-hmm.
because of the militant approach. Look, these guys aren't going to go away, and I don't believe they should ever go away. I think there's still a place for the mind side of the business.
Right.
You know, at least as long as people in my age group are alive, because I don't think the millennials are just
Yeah, we're
decimated.
loving the lab
Yeah,
grown.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are you that much younger than me?
No, not at all.
You can't tell by looking, though, right?
Yeah, not at all.
But yeah, and so the militancy of this article, it was almost a message, and you can read it yourself, to the jewelers, is what I thought. Is you need to put them away. You need to keep quiet about
Yeah.
them. You need to not have them.
Well, there's jewelers out there that sell both, but they don't announce that they sell both. They say
Well,
that,
that's what the
I
article
only
says.
sell mine diamonds until someone asks.
And apparently
it's-
lots of people ask. And they don't want to lose sales.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's interesting to see it all go down right before. Anyway, we're going to keep you up to date on
We
all
will
of
do that,
this.
yeah.
And so 2023, our podcasts, although we will still be as adorable as I am, like between the two of us, I know she's kind of adorable too, but as adorable as I am, we're going to be a little more pointed in what we're going to be talking about industry-wise.
agree.
Because it's a fascinating industry. I Google every day. I get these Google alerts. Whoever knew what a Google alert would be.
I do
when
too. I just don't know if I read them as often as you do.
I'm so fascinated by it. And
Yeah.
look, this is an exciting time globally in the diamond industry. And you know, there are still diamonds out there that are worth investing in. They're huge white ones, flawless. All you need to do is go to Sotheby's or Christie's and
Right.
have a few mil. And by the way, we help our clients make decisions on owning those stones. And we're here for you. And there's some colored ones, certainly not all. You know, it's been a little bit surprising, I think, for the industry when we talk about the Argyle Pink Diamond Mine. And I know we're going to have, are we going to call it Pink Week or Colored Week or Colored Month, where we're going to really focus on the colored diamond side of the industry. But, you know, that mine, they said when the mine closed, that the price of these would skyrocket, and it would seem to make sense based on what we were told. But is what we were told accurate? Because there's only categories of the pinks that, and they're surprisingly not the ones you'd think of right away, that are really going up quickly in value. So it's an interesting business these days. It's a pretty simple business. It's supply and demand in all areas. I mean, and so demand for mined, for example, is dwindling at least $12. Now, when we talk about the U.S. market, there's one other thing you got to understand. How many countries in the world today? 187, 190? I don't even know off the top of my head. But if you put them all together,
Yeah.
our neighbor to the south, the United States of America, whom we love,
We love them, that's for
we
sure.
love them lately, that's for sure. Bless their little hearts. Hi to all our clients down there, our growing list of clients in the U.S. But
If you take all the countries in the world that trade in diamonds or, you know, buy and sell diamonds, they make up, what is it, less than half?
if you can stack them up, 51%
51%.
is the United States of America. Like, we're shipping, like I say, I mean, you laugh at me because I always talk about this, but it's amazing to me. I mean, who's shipping diamonds to Myanmar?
Myanmar.
Right? Like, who's shipping diamonds? We are. Who's shipping from here diamonds to Dubai?
Mm-hmm.
We are. We have another order
Yeah.
shipping to Dubai. And we're shipping all over the world. And it's exciting and it's fun. And I'll tell you this, it's because, and I make no bones about it, we have the best product, we have the best service, we have the best guarantee globally. And this industry has been very slow to move, but we're not. Mm-hmm. And so everybody knows we're going to be, I may not be just TikTok famous soon, because how come I'm not allowed to have my phone and you are? Was that your phone you just said? How come I'm not allowed? How come I have to live by all your rules and your, right? Wow.
That's just how it is.
Okay.
Get over it. But yeah, it's incredible. We've been able to sell globally through, TikTok. We don't advertise. We don't have a budget for advertising. And we're selling stones all over the world.
We don't have a budget for advertising. We have never spent a cent. And I can assure you this, every other company out there, online, offline, retail, when you walk in, take a good look around. When you go online, look at their advertising campaigns.
You're paying for every other diamond.
You're paying for it. Mm-hmm. You're paying for every diamond they sell to someone else. You're paying a portion.
And that's how we're able to provide such great pricing, I think. Yeah.
Well, we're the true...
We're a two people show here.
But we're the true broker is what I was going to say. I mean, there's no middlemen in our business. Mm-hmm. We got a middle woman. That's you, Judy.
Very inclusive. Thank you.
Yeah. We're middle people.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
To be, politically correct, and we like to be. But yeah, and it's fascinating, you guys, and we're going to talk about this in a future episode, is the product we produce. I know this is near and dear to you, and we'll probably do how we produce a product where our clients can stick their finger out in the best jewelry store
or ears.
Or ears, yeah, you like the ears.
Or décolletage.
Right, and have the most beautiful diamond. That for us is the easy part, but also workmanship that is as good as anything anywhere in the world.
Best.
Harry Winston, who's my favorite jeweler, always has been, ever since I was in the industry. This is my 41st year. Used to talk about the world's most beautiful diamonds. Well, we've got them. We broker them. We also make a product where it's when you understand what we do exactly for our clients, again, it's unrivaled in the world. So, so we're going to get into those sorts of things. But I think that's it for this week.
I think so. We covered a lot.
I was sensational again, eh?
As always.
You must have missed me last week,
As
right?
per usual. Yeah. Yeah.
Can we try that one again?
Sure.
You must have missed me last week, right?
Oh my gosh, so
Right?
much.
Right?
So much.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
A whole week without him here.
Right?
By my side, my partner in crime.
Let's not say partner in crime. Only jewelers think it's a crime what we're doing to the industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun what we do as well. And so, look, we appreciate all the feedback. We get a lot of people telling us how much they love our podcast. And we get people who listen to the whole thing. And we deliver on everything we talk about. If you have questions, please reach out. My personal cell phone is 604-999-8111. It has not changed in decades. You can always reach me there. Shoot me a text. I'll always respond. And other than that, I would say God bless. If Judy's feeling up to it, I mean, she's 25 years old. She's at that age now where, it's week to week.
Oh my God. If I'm feeling up to it, what?
We'll be back next week.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, we'll see you next week for episode 31.
Oh, that's right. 30. 30. What? We're looking right now as we close for a 4-carat that has to be, that's mined.
Listen, it has to be 4.10 or 4.30.
D flawless.
D flawless. No more, no less.
Hey, call around and price those. We're delivering. We always do. God bless everybody. It's
Okay.
been fun this week.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've been so fascinating and good again. It's nice to have you back. I missed you.
Aw.
Not really. Okay.
See you next week.
Nice. See you next week.